Huracan parts in the booth. We're ready to primer them. We had test fitted everything, make sure everything fits better than OEM. Did some body work where needed. So we're gonna put some white primer on them and see what we're working with. Make sure everything looks good. So we're gonna let that dry, then I'm gonna do one more coat, maybe 2 coats, we'll see. But for the most part, everything looks good. Most important part is the edges, because on these carbon fiber or fiberglass parts, the edges always have like little pinholes and air bubbles from the material. So I always put extra coats on the edges, because that's where it all shows up. Yeah, they look pretty good, not too bad. I got my first batch of Lamborghini parts in the spray booth, so we're ready to mask them up and start spraying. We're gonna do the front bumper, the fenders, and the rear bumper. We got everything prepped, ready to go. We just have to mask off all the carbon fiber off, and then we can start spraying. Here are the fenders. We're gonna mask the carbon fiber grills off, and the rear bumper, we're gonna mask off the lower section, and then we're gonna spray the upper portion of the bumper. We're gonna mask it along this line right here, and then I'm gonna unmask this section and clear everything together. That way we can hide that line. That's what it's looking like. We need to do some more masking, and then we'll get back to it. Lamborghini parts are painted, they're dry, so now it's time to remove all the masking tape. This is the part that I'm always nervous about, because hopefully I get no bleed throughs. Let's carefully remove the tape and unmask that carbon fiber. First one is looking really good. Super happy with it. Crisp line. Perfect. Couldn't be any better. Let's go for the second one. Very good. Nice clean lines. Check it out. That's a relief. My fenders turned out perfect, so now I can unmask the bottom side of the fender and then we can clear everything all together. I have to remove these lines now. That is it, our Lamborghini bumpers and fenders are painted and they look amazing. Let's take a quick look and see how they turned out. Now that we got the main parts painted, we can move on to the hood, the rockers, and then a couple smaller pieces. Then we can finally put everything back together, and then we'll do a final review once the car is all put together and detailed, ready to go. Now it's time to get everything out of the booth and move on to the rest of the parts. We're back on the Lamborghini. I got all my small pieces prepped here in the booth. We have the door handles, gas door, and then a couple trim pieces. Apparently the car was wrapped, and when they were taking all the wrap off, it took the paint off. So I don't know if the parts were originally painted or if they were repainted. Not sure why that happened, but we're gonna repaint all the parts now. We have the hood and the rocker moldings getting prepped. We're painting both the rocker panels, and then we're gonna paint the hood as well. And then we're not gonna paint all the carbon. We're gonna mask off these scoops and leave this carbon, and then just paint the rest of the hood white. Okay, we got the rest of the Lamborghini parts prepped, cleaned, ready to go. So first thing I'm gonna do is mix up my sealer, do the same thing I did with the bumpers and fenders so everything will match. And we'll apply our sealer, 2 coats of base, and then we'll throw some clear on everything, and it's gonna look super good. So let's not waste any more time and get started. Let's go. base coat is dry, so this is my favorite part. We get to remove all the masking paper and hopefully reveal nice, crisp lines. So let's take this paper off and see how it turned out. My lines look super clean, super happy with them. I think I'm ready to clear coat. So let's do our 2 coats of clear and we'll be good to go. Let's do it.